We are starting today in a simple seated posture because I want to start with your necks. We're going to just, find a little quiet breathing first. So find yourself in a comfortable sitting position, or you can always elevate your sit bones on blankets or towels if you have low back or hip issues. Placing your hands in a comfortable position. Let your shoulders roll back and down just a couple times. Bring your body weight back into your sit bones. Sit tall. Close your eyes. Begin to move your breath in and out through the nose. And you don't really have to change anything quite yet. Just start to notice your own natural breath. Begin to move that breath just a little deeper. There's almost sort of that natural stopping point with the inhales, right? Take a big inhale, and there's a certain capacity of your lungs, a stopping place. I want you to notice where that is. Expanding as much as you can, and notice kind of where the body naturally stops, where the breath stops. You might even hold it there just for a second or two, and then you find that big exhale. You feel how hollow, how empty can you make the body? How much can you squeeze your navel into your spine? There's no expectation, no comparison. It's really just noticing. Just paying attention. It's something that we do every single day, sitting and breathing. We'll take a few rinsing breaths here together. A big inhale through your nose. Clear it out with your mouth. Big, big mouth. Try to make that exhale last as much as you can. Inhale through the nose. Kind of quick. Long exhale. Creating that ha sound as if you were fogging up a mirror in front of your face. Let's do it one more time. In through the nose. And out. Now the breath moves again in and out through the nose, your tongue at the bottom of your mouth, so you still create that ha sound, that fogging up the mirror breath, but just with the lips closed now. Maybe you can even create that sound on the inhale. And letting your eyes flutter open if they hadn't already. And we're just take a few little butt squeezes. So you're just sitting here. You're going to contract your sit bone muscles. I'm going to do it kind of quickly. So you're going to contract and release. Contract, release it. So you do it quick. You flex your butt muscles. It starts to look like you're bouncing. And don't worry if you can't do it fast. Just do what you can. And then alternate left and right. So that's going to look like you're doing a shimmy. And our sit bone muscles, our butt muscles, it's really important we keep those suckers nice and toned and active and strong. They are supportive muscles. We're sitting on them. They support and protect our low back. They're around our hips. Lots of joint structures going on here that are really important we keep the muscles kind of strong. Go back to bouncing up and down. All right, you can always do your butt squeezes watching TV, sitting in the car, when you're driving. You can just hold it tight. I do that when I'm driving a lot, so I have to think about the release. But the something you can do very simple all the time. And inhale, let the arms reach up. Take a forward fold, exhale, bring the hands out and down any amount, reaching out. You can reach out in front of you. Maybe you prefer to walk your hands left and right. Where every body is different and every day our bodies are different. So it's always nice to take time and explore what the body needs today. Walk it up. And changing the cross of our legs. From here, sitting tall and comfortable once again. We're going to take a little bit of flexion through the neck. You're just going to inhale to bring your chin up. Open your throat as much as you can. Kind of extend the chin a little bit high. And as you exhale, bring the head down. And imagine your face, your chin is going to touch the mat. So a little bit of an extension out of the shoulders. And then pull it in and up. Inhale. And exhale down. Your breath just up and down. Tongue stays at the bottom of your mouth the whole practice. This echoing breath, this ha breath with you in the whole practice. Bright, blessed day. Dark, sacred. Your next breath, coming to neutral center. Take your hands, interlace them along the back of your head, that kind of natural curve right in the center of the head, and bring the elbows in toward each other. Try to keep them in. And we do the same thing, but this time we're going to push your head into the hands, and the inhale, lift. Imagine your elbows are going to touch the sky. Now soften the push a little bit when you come to center, and especially kind of take that push all the way away when you drop down. Now stay here a moment, chin down. Now add that little bit of heaviness into the arms and get that back the neck stretch. You're controlling the pressure. And then soften that pressure as you come up. And the transition from down to up is a little sensitive sometimes for the neck, so I don't want you to push so hard when you're transitioning. But once you kind of find the spot, then you can push again, right? Push. And you can keep the push when you go up, 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 up. And then keep the push when you come to center. And then soften when you go down. When you get there, you can do a little stretch and softening when you come up, and that's your choice. What a wonderful world. If you feel comfortable holding that resistance the whole time, you're welcome to do it, but don't strain the neck. We're just starting. Your next breath, come to center. Release your hands and return to that first flexion we did. Inhale up. Exhale down. And hopefully you now notice, wow, there's a lot more space. Maybe the neck is moving a lot easier now. It feels a little bit lighter. Find center. Just begin to roll the neck now in any direction that feels good to you. Semicircles, full circles, just side to side. Maybe you turn the head left and right. You can add arms if you want to, maybe extending arms, taking a hand around the side of the head. Both arms can reach. But bringing again the focus, the attention to the neck. Yeah? Breathe. Skin and bones. Coming back to center. Inhale, reach the arms up and high. Exhale, take a forward fold. Any amount. Last time here. Take what you need. You know I love you so. I swim across walk it up. Nice. Taking your legs out into a straddle, and it doesn't have to be super big, but we also don't want it to be super small. So kind of at least 45 degrees. We can go a little bit wider. Go for it. Your hands can be in front or behind. You'll know which one you prefer when we go into it. You're going to take this right leg and we're going to lift it up and then down. So wherever your hands were there a second ago, put them the other way. See how it feels? Going up. Ooh, I like them forward. It just feels better today. Forward, and then up and down. Yeah? Same leg, right leg. Go up, down. Let's go to the left. Up, down. 2 more. Up, down, and up, down. Woo! We're going to alternate. Take right, down, left, down. If you start cramping, don't worry, it's normal. We're going to stretch the quads out after this, I promise. Right, down, my right. This one's cramping a little bit. Left, down. Do it one more time. Oh, it's cramping. And left, down. Work on any cramps you have. And let's do, but now this one wants to. Let's do both legs. Let's try to do both legs, okay? So hands where they feel comfortable. So they're kind of pulling through that core a little bit, and both and down. Woo! Okay, let's see if we can do 2 more. And up, down. Oh, the cramping. And third one, up and down. Ah, good job. We're warm yet? So let's bring our right leg, and we're going to bend the knee behind. Oh, it already feels so good. Your front leg can do whatever it wants. You can stay out to the side, you can go forward, you can just bend it in if that feels more comfortable. So we're going to focus on the right one, yeah? So if you lean off to the side, if you're very tight in this quad and front hip, you might be having to stay kind of off to the side this way. We're going to try to move the flesh of the calf a little bit out to the side and try to bring that right sit bone down, tuck that foot in a little bit, and start to lean back. Breathe. There's lots of little options to play with here. You might just be leaning back into the hands. You might come down to one elbow. You can even come up to the side. Ooh, my back's popped. You could do both elbows. You're going to keep that right leg active. Keep it on the ground, so don't let it come up off the floor, yeah? Press that right knee into the ground. You're going to wiggle your hips. Shift your ribs, shoulders. You can even turn your head different directions. That really reveals how connected everything is. Because just the position of the head, the shoulders can change the stretch you feel here. Chin tucking to the chest. We'll kind of pull those muscles along your back, which all goes through into the front of thigh hip. Now this left leg can have a little fun too. You can bring that foot up top of the right thigh and then press down. You start to practice this half lotus position here. It also adds pressure to the leg. I will say, when I was in classes, I'd say if you're at home, which you are, you could have a small child, a large pet, sit on the leg and add pressure. Large sacks of flour, heavy things. If we were in person, I would come and push on that leg for you a little bit. And then we're just going to reverse and come up. Help out that right leg. Ooh. Let it come out, and let's do a little shake out, a little release. So shake out, up, down, side to side. Let all that flesh jiggle around and get loose. Let's do the other side. Left knee bends behind you. You can stay here, because you can even just lean back like this and explore here. If we can, top of the foot is flat as much as possible. flesh of the calf rolls out to the side as we settle that left hip down a little bit and then start to lean it back.
Said it's only up to you.
Activate the leg. Press it into the ground. Explore. Play with the positionings of the hip, torso, head.
You never get to choose.
Breathe.
You live on what they send you.
Maybe that right foot comes up and helps out. You open that right hip in that little variation of a half lotus.
Things you love against you. One foot in the grave, one foot in the shower. There's never time to save. You're paying by the hour. And that's just the way it goes. Falling awake, and that's just the way.
Looking for that edge of discomfort, right? The edge of sensation. And then kind of finding comfort in your own discomfort. Gently let it release. Walk it up. Help out your leg. Shake it out.
Through the bars, aware of the day.
Coming into all fours.
Riding in
Tabletop.
cars. Taking
You're finding some wrist lifts. We'll stay facing this way. Wrist lifts today. You're going to keep your fingers flat to the mat, but pick the wrists, palms up. You can see that my fingers are still flat. Yeah? And then bring it down and up. That's it. It's like you're doing push-ups, but just for the wrists. Keep your elbows straight, but soft. So if you need more, you would lean a little bit more forward. If you need less, lean a little bit backward so that you don't have so much weight in the wrists.
Falling away. And that's just the way it goes.
Breathe.
Falling away. Falling away.
And then let those hands come down. Spread your fingers wide, flatten through your knuckles, roll your shoulders, roll them big in any direction, but as big as you can, really getting into your full range.
Rattle in my cages. I could learn to play the game. Learn to run
And cat-cows, inhales, open belly, heart, look up to the sky. Exhales, round, push the ground away, head between the arms. Keep it going, your breath. Always feeling free to explore your body more by rolling hips, rolling neck. Just stay with breath and body connection. Keep them flowing together. Keep that awareness. Your next breath coming into your neutral spine. We're going to make our way up into a toe stand. You're going to curl your toes. Then we're going to sit back. Lift up the knees. Actually, stay here for a second. So you're in this little crouch. And you're going to try to press your heels to the ground. And even if they can touch the ground, don't let them. Let there be that space The stretch. So if you carry some tightness in your Achilles tendon or down kind of in your low calves, you're going to feel this. It's going to feel really nice. From here, now we'll go to toe stand. You're going to sit up as much as you can. And you're bringing your hands to the heart if possible. If you can bring your hands up to the heart, try to stack your shoulders over the hips. Find a gazing spot that's not moving. Breathe. A little balance pose. A little bit of work to the feet. Check in with your breath. Sound of your breath. And then we're going to use these strong legs and press all the way up to standing. Inhale, reach the arms up and open. Take it to your heart, exhale. Here you can relax the hands if you want to, and we're going to roll out your feet. So just roll your ankles, alternate directions, and press the tops of your feet into your mat. Give a little stretch from that work. Alright, you are going to turn either direction that you want to, because we're going to go, or you can stay facing the way you want, but we're going to go into a wide angled fold. So if we're facing the same way as you, and then I turned to the side, I have a lot of room to open the legs super wide. Wide angle fold. Turn your toes slightly inward, little pigeon toe. Not really big, not really hugely noticeable. I always see people having their toes turned out in this. You really do want them, if not just parallel, a little bit pigeon-toed in. From your hands to your hips. We're going to do some little forward and back motion. Your inhale, we're going to press the hips a little bit forward. You're going to do a little lean back, kind of like a back bend, but just a touch. And exhale, go halfway, just halfway forward, halfway. Inhale, lean it back. Exhale, hinge halfway. One more time. Inhale, lean it back. Exhale, hinge. So hold it here. Stay there. So what we want, hopefully, is that the spine is long and you're not hunching, right? Extend long and flat. If you need less, you can bend your knees. Breathe. Firm up your thighs. One more inhale. Stay here. Just extend long. With your exhale, bring your hands to the ground and fold here. If you need less, bend the knees. Hang out. Giving into gravity. I like to shift my hips left and right here. It just feels good. If you discover something in the pose and the practice that feels good in your body, then it's right. You're doing the good thing. Don't deny yourself that. And if anything ever causes sharp pain, sudden pain, shortness of breath, right, then we stop. That's not the path. That's not quite the right position. You back off or take something different, something less. We're here to start to walk your hands over toward the right leg any amount you can. And we're trying to kind of hug around the leg and bring our heads, our faces close to the leg if possible. Keep your thighs firm, the kneecaps lifted. And then walk it over to your left leg. Breathe. Press a little deeper into the outer edge of the foot. You see how they can all seem pointless and worry. rock it back to center. Just hang. Maybe now you have a little bit more space.
Temperature's rising and no one knows. We'll hide behind the money, that's the way it goes. The world could be on fire and we wouldn't.
Just pressing through the ground, halfway up, lengthen. Hold there for a moment. Feel any blood rush subside. We'll go into a side lunge. You're going to bend the right knee. You feel like we did this last week, but it just feels good. It's a good stretch. Right knee bends, left leg is straight. Yeah? So if you're going if you're a little bit tight, you might just stay here, halfway. You can even bring one elbow up on top of that right thigh. If you're going deeper, we turn the left toes up to the sky, and we start to settle those hips as low as they'll go. If you really want to go a little deeper, fold it forward. Stretch.
Hide behind the money, that's the way it goes. The world could be on fire and we wouldn't.
This right heel, it can be up or it can be down, right? But give it a purpose. Either you're stretching it toward the ground as much as possible, or you're actively pressing it up as high as you can. You can even do both. You can alternate up, down, with that foot and that ankle, a little bit of a workout if you want to.
The world could be on fire and we wouldn't know. The temperature's rising and no one knows. We'll hide behind the money, that's the way it goes. The world could be on fire and we wouldn't know.
Alright, past through center. Return to that halfway up point in the wide fold. Let anything kind of reset that needs to be reset. And then find your other side, which again, always honoring that it might be different. The side might need less, it might need more. Easing into it. Breathe. Maybe fold it down.
Strumming my pain with a finger.
Check in with your breath.
Singing my life with the words. Killing me softly with her song. Killing me softly.
And when our bodies are put into a position of discomfort, think about it in everyday life, and in yoga it really shows it to you. But in discomfort, the longer you're kind of held in this position of discomfort, your body and your brain do two things, right? One is you either get frustrated, stressed out, right? Think if you're in an uncomfortable position talking to someone, if you're in an uncomfortable position socially or whatever, and you get that stress, that frustration, maybe a little bit of panic, you tense up and you tighten, right? Or you lean into it a little bit. You find comfort in the discomfort and you actually relax. You teach yourself to soften those tensed up areas, to relax the mind, to breathe even slower, deeper. And that's what the practice, how it really helps in everyday life. Stressful situations. And then come back into that wide angle, halfway up, lengthen. Let everything kind of reset. Maybe a little blood rush in the legs, feels good. Now we're going to return the hands to the hips. So you're going to kind of extend through the spine, firm up the legs, the core, and press all the way up to standing. Good. From here, let the arms reach up and open. Little side bend. Exhale, go over to the right. The right hand can crawl down the leg, or you can keep them up if you want to work your core muscles. You're looking for more of that stretch in the hand on the leg. Let your hips take a little wiggle here, a little sway. Top arm can move a little bit forward, a little bit backward. You're exploring. Breathe. And inhale. Return up, lift. Over to your left. Exhale. And as the hand is down on that bottom leg, we want to make sure you're either on your thigh or on the calf. We don't want to push on the actual knee joint sideways because the knee doesn't bend that way. We don't want to stress the joint. So making sure you're above or below the knee. Explore where you get that best sensation.
Climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills. But a landslide brought me down.
And return. Bring it up and lift to the sky.
What is
Heart. We're going to do something that's like that, a little similar, but we're going to change the legs a touch. For the right toes, we're now going to turn them out to, I don't know if this is the back or the front of your mat, but out to the edge of the mat. So facing forward or backward. Your left foot turns slightly in. Inhale to lift. Side bend. It's kind of like triangle, right? So you're going over, the right hand comes down and stretch it again. Now having the legs in this position kind of allows you to do a little tabletop square off with your torsos and open it again. And that can feel really nice. So that top hip closes and opens, and when it closes, you get that good stretch in your front hamstring here, and then we open and return to that side extension. So it's just, again, you're just playing a little bit. Maybe you linger. If you feel the best stretch in that hamstring, then that's where you can just hold it and breathe. If you feel your best stretch up and open, stay there. Breathe. And return. Inhale and lift it up to your heart. Turn the right toes in, left toes out. Arms up. Side bend. Over to your left. This side is sticky for me. I feel some blockage in the hip. And explore. Gotta work some of that blockage, that stickiness out.
You and I and a little torch.
And return. Coming up. Heart, bring it in.
Set them free at the
And we're going to come up to the front of the mat. Just work your way up there. Woo! Maybe shake out those legs a little bit. Toes forward. Let's get down onto our backs. And we always have a little fun with it today. So inhale, reach the arms up. We're in that little squat we had earlier. Exhale, we're going to come back into that squat. And if we can, roll it all the way onto your back. Just like that. And if that didn't happen, no worries. Do what you can. Come onto your back. And find your knee circles, massaging out your low spine.
99 red balloons floating in the summer sky. Panic lights, it's a red alert. There's something here from somewhere else. The war machine.
Bottoms of your feet touch the ground, arms down by the sides of your body, palms down. Toes are facing straight forward. Walk the heels toward the fingertips as much as you can, or toward those thumbs. And press it up into a little bridge. Inhale, lift your hips up as high as they'll go. If it feels good, interlace your fingers underneath, tug the shoulders, and press into the arms to lift the heart a little higher.
99 Decision Street. 99 ministers meet to worry.
This can really be a beautiful heart opener, shoulder opener, neck opener.
This is what we waited for. This is it.
Shifting all of that attention to all the wonderful aspects of the pose, to all the benefits, to all the good things.
Go by.
One more inhale, lift those hips a little bit higher. And gently untuck, unroll. Beautiful. Taking your left knee into your chest, give it a hug. Hold here. Try to squeeze enough. You feel a lot of compression. You might feel a little stretch in your low spine. Remember that bottom foot, you can always push into the ground and tilt that tailbone up one little inch, which can feel really nice in your sacral spine area.
99 dreams I've had.
Bottom leg, right leg, straighten it out along the ground.
It's all over. I'm standing.
Take this left foot, tuck the toes behind the right knee, and we're going to twist this over to the right, bringing your knee all the way over to the ground if you can. And open the left arm, head turns to the left. Breathe.
And I think of you and let it go.
Gently begin to make your way to center. Realign, walking the feet in. Take the right knee into the chest, give it a hug.
There was a secret chord.
Create that compression in the front of the hips, top of the thigh. Maybe that little tilt of the tailbone up off the ground. Spread your toes.
Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the
Bottom leg extends out.
the baffled
Feel that opening, that length.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Tuck the right toes behind the left knee. We're going to try to bring that knee all the way over, touch the ground. Then open up the opposite arm, the right arm, and turn the head to the right. Breathe. This left hand can stay on the leg or at the hip to help kind of guide and open your twist a little bit deeper.
You needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight overthrew you.
She tied you to her kitchen chair. She broke your throat, she cut your hair, and from your lips she threw the hallelujah.
Returning to center.
Hallelujah.
Realign. Bring both knees into the chest now and try to wrap your arms around the legs as much as possible. Feet are side by side, not crossed. Rock the knees slightly left and right. Massage your front hip crease. Open up the low back.
But baby, I've been here before.
And this pose also helps to release anxiety, nervousness. Very comforting pose. You are literally hugging yourself, right? Probably a lot of us out there that miss hugging everyone.
Love is not a victory march. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah.
And then we'll open to our last pose, Shavasana. Extending your legs out nice and wide. The arms are about the same angle as your legs. You're resting at the center of the back of your head, closing or covering your eyes. Palms are facing up and open. Relax your shoulders. Let your tongue float in the mouth, but we still pay attention to that echoing sound of the breath, even though it's softer now. Too often, this meditation practice simply becomes the act of thinking quietly. Be aware of your thinking mind. Being able to sort of step back and watch your thoughts. That awareness gives you the power, the control to shift your attention. Let go of attachment. Bring a better quality to this moment. You let every muscle deep in your eyes. Begin to move your breath fuller. Gently bring movement to the body through the feet. Slowly pay attention to these movements, sensations. To roll the wrists, the ankle, little rock of your head side to side. If you'd like, stretch the arms and over the head as if you just woke up. Wiggle the jaw, open the mouth big, wiggle your tongue, take a yawn if it feels lovely. We walk the feet into the sit bones. We roll over to either side of the body. Slowly making your way up to any comfortable sitting position. Take this awareness and this practice with you. Aware of your own mind, your own thoughts. Able to shift your attention, shift your focus, so that you don't spiral, you don't follow the rabbit hole sometimes we get lost in. Notice how you react to uncomfortable situations. When you inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, lift. Exhale, hands to the heart. With so much love and gratitude, we say to each other, Namaste.